I sat down on the train. I was in one of the two front-facing seats. A young lady sat in front of me at the very end of the three-seat bench, basically kind of sitting in front of me towards where you would have been. Within a couple of stops, like I had my book up, I was reading, I wasn't really paying attention much to my surroundings. Within a couple of stops, a gentleman had placed himself beside her. He was sitting next to her and he had his arm completely extended around her body. At first, I didn't think much of it. She seemed a little uncomfortable, but I thought it could be like maybe an embarrassing uncle or like a dad or something like that was just, a little kind of intoxicated. There was definitely quite a smell of alcohol as well. Basically, within a couple of stops, I started noticing that she was kind of edging away from him and coming a lot closer to me. At that point, I turned off my headphones as I realized that this is not a situation she's comfortable with. Literally, the next stop, the girl got up and left the train. She didn't actually leave the platform. She stayed on the platform as though she was simply waiting for the next train to come. At this point, the man extended his arm even further and it landed on my lap, which had my groceries in it. I kindly asked him to move his hand and immediately was met with some pretty intense hostility, basically telling me to mind my business and that it was really hot and that it wasn't his fault and to just kind of let him be and let him cool down. And I said, again, I'm really uncomfortable with your hand in my lap. I'm going to ask you one more time to move it. And again was met with a lot of hostility and complete resistance, did not want to move his hand, refused to move his hand, started calling me every dirty name under the book, unfortunately. At this point, I was quite angry. I said, do you think that the touching you just subjected that girl to is appropriate? Do you feel like it's appropriate to put your arm around random women on the bus or people that don't know you? And instantly just flew right off the handle. A lot of name calling, picking on everything from my weight to what was in my grocery bag, telling me that I was hungry for attention and that I was just looking for people to pay attention to me. I did not back down. Within a couple of, I'm going to say back and forth, a couple of statements, a gentleman that was actually kind of stationed beside him, who had not witnessed this event as he was looking a completely different direction, stepped in and basically told me that it was the end of the night and that the subway had heard enough of my noise and that it would be in my best interest to stop embarrassing myself and to be quiet. He kept on insisting that I just shut up and let everyone kind of go on with their night. I asked him, did you witness what this gentleman was just doing to this female? Like, did you actually see him put his hands on her? And the guy who put his arm around her basically said, I didn't touch her, no such thing happened, you're a liar, you're looking for attention, etc. At that point, a second gentleman, I should say at this point a third gentleman got involved, an elderly man, directed a few comments towards me and then kind of distracted it towards the perpetrator or assaulter, basically telling him, I'm so sorry for the commotion she's causing, sir, you don't deserve this, please just ignore her, she's just looking for attention, just move away from her and she'll be quiet and she'll tone down.